not just showing his power by destroying all of their false gods. But here's the thing. It's not just the religion he's attacking. Economically, he's attacking them. This place, at the beginning, I told you, was beautiful. It was the place to be. Now it smells like dead frogs. I think the water's turned back to water, but for a while it was just blood. Everybody's itching. You got sore, Hey, look, it's probably still itching. And then all of your cows and your sheep, all the stuff you ate, all the way you got your milk, all that, dead. So now that's how you established your wealth. Now that's gone. So now it smells, you ain't got nothing. That's just the beginning. He attacked them on every single level. It says, once again, that Pharaoh's heart was hardened. Now, you're probably thinking, I know I was, come on, just give them what they want. This is bad. I'm on, number 5, right? Yeah, we're only halfway through the daggone plagues. And I'm already why isn't he just straightening up and saying, all right, give him what he wants? But how many of us, I know you're thinking he's so dumb, but how many of us say, no, I'm not going to do it? And then, someone keeps asking you, they show you that you're right, and they show you that this is how you should do it, and you realize that they're right, but you're so stubborn in your ways, you've already committed to being this way that you go, no, nope, I'm going to do this, I know it's right, and you know, but you don't want to admit it. I didn't, me either. It was just an example. Me and Bruce are the only ones that never done it. Everyone else probably has. We do that. We get so stubborn, so stuck in our ways, no matter what someone tells us, no matter what God sends us, we are committed. And I'm talking to mainly us men. No offense to women, but us men are prideful. I know women are too. But us men are, weird. This sounds weird. We pride ourselves on our pride. That makes sense. We're so stuck in our ways, no matter what God sends us, we don't want to accept it. You're sitting here in church, the preacher says a sermon that touches you on your heart, and you realize you change your ways. You should commit your 100%. You should, give him what he wants. Stop making compromises. But you're like, goodness, it's so much fun to do what I want to do. So you don't give him 100%. You get stuck in your ways, and you harden your heart even more, just like Pharaoh. So there's a 6th plague. This is the one that prevented me from showing the slide. Boils. I'm talking big old plus balls. They hurt. I wrote down here, open, running, painful sores. Again, how they look. I showed a picture of it. Oh my goodness! He said, that's the most disgusting thing I've ever seen. Now I had it right down the slide for you guys, but I just didn't have the time. I'm sorry. And I understand that's disgusting. Sometimes, guys, actually seeing it really puts in perspective how wretched these plagues were to the people of Egypt. He put boils all over them. It wasn't like one big, nasty, itchy boil for each person. They were covered in it. And it wasn't just the people. If there were any livestock that may have made it through the last one, I don't know how it works, but I just imagine one cow got out of Israel, just wandered over to Egypt, and it's there's boils, and just oh no! It says here in Exodus 9, 8, and 9. Then the Lord said to Moses and Aaron, take handfuls of soot from brick kindling, which is just ashes from the fire, and have Moses toss it into the air while Pharaoh watches. He wants Pharaoh to see it. The ashes will spread like fine dust over the whole land of Egypt, causing festering boils to break out on people and animals throughout the land. I don't know some of you, but even if Dakota had boils, and I had them, no matter how disgusting she was, she probably still wouldn't give me a hug with boils. People probably didn't want to touch each other. Look at you, you're just busting. It's sleeping, and it's disgusting, it's painful, and it's icky. They didn't probably have makeup back then, but even if you did, they ain't gonna cover up that. It's just gonna look like you got big old warts or pop or something. It's disgusting. What you got?
Not only
I mean, I don't know how long it was, but then that's don't come out easily. So you got this one part that's itching. I like to think, I like to think at the same time, Bruce, I like to think that they just went away. You know what I'm saying? I like to think, oh, finally, them daggone chiggers and fleas, and all them, they're gone. Woo! Hey, what's Moses and Aaron doing over there? Oh, come on! All over me. What is the Pharaoh doing? Just let him go. That's what I like to think. I just have to clear. Now, the other ones, the fleas and stuff, those, God sent these fleas and they attacked the men, and then the other ones affected the livestock, and the frogs were just an inconvenience. This is the first one that the plague immediately, directly affects the humans. And I think that was a very direct thing against some of their false gods. Pharaoh. They worshipped Pharaoh, their king. They worshipped him as a god. And he said, look at your God. He's itching too. He's got, big old boils too. He ain't no God. He shows how powerful he is and how fake and weak they are. But guess what? This is the first time that God hardened Pharaoh's heart. God's like, well, it's too deep into it now. I got to finish this thing. I got some good stuff in store. So he hardened Pharaoh's heart. Then we get to the seventh plague. Hail, lightning, thunderstorm, like you can't imagine. I can't imagine. I like thunderstorms, but I don't know if I like this one. This one sounds bad. Some even like to believe and read, and I want to get more into it, but don't take me up on this because I didn't do as much research on it. Some believe that the hail was on fire, following, so like ice, fire, hail. Either way, it ain't good, because it says here in Exodus 9:22, it says, then the Lord said to Moses, lift you. Notice Aaron's not in it now. He told this to Moses. He says, lift your hand toward the sky so hail may fall on the people, the livestock, and all the plants throughout the land of Egypt. This is just a real quick side point. Now Moses is doing it. Moses is kind of taking the lead. I don't know if Moses has finally been like, I can't believe I told no to the God who can do this, I'll do whatever you say. Or if Moses was like getting more confidence now, and he was doing it, but something changed in Moses' heart, and now Moses doesn't need his brother anymore. He's taking the lead. He's gotten some courage. But back to this hailstorm. It is the worst storm in Egypt's history. Everything outside dies. In chapter 9, verse 18 and 19, it says, so tomorrow at this time, I will send a hailstorm more devastating than any and all of the history of Egypt. Quick, order your livestock and servants to come in from the fields to find shelter. Any person or animal left outside will die when the hail falls. So this time he gives them a warning. He's like, look, you're going to be inside. If anything outside, whether it's animal, whether it's a human, it's going to be dead. This hailstorm, I can't even imagine how bad. Because I'm going to be honest, when there's actually a little bit of hail that ever comes through on rapids, I start freaking out. Like, oh my goodness, I don't want to go outside. What if one hits me in the head and I get knocked out? Or, oh, my car's going to be all dented up. I just like to assume these are big old hailstorms too, like softball size or bigger. God didn't hold back on this one. Very big here. Because, once again, God hardened his heart. So we get to the eighth plague. Locusts, which is basically big old Egyptian grasshopper. Get it in mind what it is. And there was a really cool picture with this one I want to show you. It was like an elephant. You can barely see the elephant because there's like so many locusts. It was like one. It was cool. But like I said, I had some good ones for you guys. But that one boil was just too bad. It says in Exodus 10:4, if you refuse, watch out, for tomorrow I will bring a swarm of locusts on your country. Storm, it did a big number. The locusts take out anything that's left. Anything that's left, gone. Because it says here in 5, they will cover the land so that you won't be able to see the ground. They will devour what little is left of your crops after the hailstorm, including all the trees growing in the fields. I mean, that means crunch, 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 locust, locust. And you know they only had sandals at best. And that much good, you're going to step on it. Most of them didn't probably even have sandals. I mean, this is disgusting. And them frogs are probably still decaying. I mean, that many frogs, you still got boils. I mean, there's not a little bit of time that references the timeline of how long each one lasted. They say it was not a good year, at least, in Egypt. And it says the trees that are growing in the ground. So, you know, like it had to like kill everything. They're like, that's okay, we got seeds. And they planted it, and it's like, oh, look, it's coming up. And then like bugs just come, and it's like, nope, that's gone too. So let's just take into account real quick, just a little recap. Egypt, the best place in the world. I mean, they got fancy pyramids, they got that little thing that does this, it's like got tall, and it's, I don't know what it's called, but it looks really cool.
Sphinx.
A what?
Sphinx.
A sphinx. So, a sphinx. Well, that's probably not doing good either right now. All those fancy things, I mean, it was most beautiful, most powerful, most economic, just wealthy. They had livestock, they had crops, they had everything.
Sounds like a good vacation spot.
It does. I mean, they got a sphinx for God. God said, nope, take away the river. Take away their crops. Take away their trees. Take away their livestock. Make their people weak, agitated, annoyed, just in pain. This place doesn't sound like the vacation spot anymore. This place sounds like probably the worst place ever right now. It smells like dead frogs too. Don't forget the dead frogs. Don't forget the mosquitoes. Don't forget the beetles. Don't forget gnats and fleas. This place is terrible right now. Everywhere in the world, worship Egypt, praise Egypt. God says, how dare you? Ooh. Look what I got in store for you. Plagues. Hit them hard. Guys, this is my favorite part. Because I love it. Because, see, we're thinking, why would God do such things? Look, we're God's chosen people. We're protected. We ain't got boils. Our livestock's doing fine. Our trees are growing, producing fruit. We're on God's side. So it makes me so happy to be like, God's just so powerful because you know what? We still got more plagues to go. It says here, eighth plague, the third bargain, excuse me. Don't forget that one. Egypt's left in ruins is what I was getting at earlier. It's just don't. And you would think at this point, Pharaoh might say, okay, but no, God hardens his heart. Too late now. The third bargain he makes, he says, look, you can go, but leave the women and children. My guess is, he ain't got many people left. So he needs to kind of leave the women, reproduce, leave the kids to raise up in Egypt, and make Egypt great again. But how often do we do that? Like, hey, you can worship God. You can go to church on Sunday. But let the children make up their own mind. Don't force your beliefs on others. How dare you? Let them make their own minds up. That's how the world wants us to think about it. But we're not forcing our beliefs on anyone. We're saying, you're having a hard go of it, your marriage is struggling, you're having a hard time dropping the bottle, you're having a hard time letting go of your own life, you're having a hard time finding acceptance in the community. I'm not forcing my beliefs on you. I want to tell you about this wonderful place called my church. I want to tell you about the love of God that I haven't ever felt anywhere like that before than it. We just want to share the good news. Translation, we want to share the gospel. We're not forcing our beliefs. Then the ninth plague comes. This ninth plague, this one just sounds creepy. Darkness. Exodus 10:21. Then the Lord said to Moses, lift your hand toward heaven, and the land of Egypt will be covered with darkness so thick you can feel it. Everyone feel darkness. I don't know why. I honestly don't know why. So we joke about the boils and the itchiness all the smelling of the frogs. But something about when I read the darkness so thick you could feel it scared me more than any of that other stuff. Obviously, the plagues get worse. This one's the 9th one, the one right before the last one. He says you can feel darkness. How often do we get in that place where God seems to be going right, and we still don't want to turn to the Lord because we're so stubborn in our ways? You just start feeling that darkness creep up inside you, that feeling of no hope, that feeling of there's nothing that's going to go right. It also says here, in the darkness, it was so dark, nobody got out of their beds for 3 days. I don't think that means they were sleeping for 3 days. I think that means they didn't leave their room, they didn't leave their house. No one moved. It says no one moved for 3 days because this darkness was so thick it could not be felt. I believe they tried to light a fire, it wouldn't work. There's no light at all. Not that it was dark outside, there was no light. If I found this scripture reference, I would use two, but I'm going to give you the gist of it. When you think of hell, like hell, you probably think of like Satan, like and then like the fire and the pitchfork. The only description of hell in the Bible is complete darkness and gnashing of teeth. The absence of God. We learned in our first week of my series with the youth that day, who is Jesus? It says in John that he is the light. And when he is the light, there can be no darkness. When there's a darkness that's so thick it can be felt, and you cannot light a match, you cannot light a fire, there's nothing you can do. You're so scared that you feel it, you don't even want to move. There is no light. That is the absence of God. That is somewhere I never want to be. But God hardened his heart. Fun fact again though, like right beside it, people of Israel, God chose people, they're doing fine. It's a great day outside. Yeah, it is. All right, let's go see our livestock doing. Oh, they're healthy as can be. Oh, look at the crops. I think we're going to eat good. Now, yeah, me too. God is blessing his people, protecting his people. And at the same time, guess what? Once again, another fake god they worshiped was the sun god Ra. And he was gone. As God wanted to show once again, he is the one true, only God, and he deserves all the worship because he is the most powerful. So the bargain number 4 comes up. Okay, you can go, but leave your livestock. Because they didn't have it. Pharaoh's trying to, look, Pharaoh's at this point, he probably knows he's lost. He's like, all right, give me your livestock, you can go then. He's still trying to bargain. How many times do you know you need to commit everything to God, but yet you're still holding on to something? You've given up everything. You've given up, you treat your family better, you come to church, you serve, you do all this, but you just don't want to let go of that drinking. You don't want to let go of that gambling. You don't want to let go of that one thing. We all have that one sin that we just don't want to let go of. We don't want to commit everything. You don't want to commit everything. God, I'll give you this, but just let me keep this, please. See, you can't have God and not have it affect the way you live. When you have God, when you accept Christ, it's not now you have to give up everything. It's I have God, I want to give up everything for him. There's a difference. Which brings us to our last reaction, our last way that we feel when we have a hardened heart. Conviction without commitment. See, being convicted of sin is not the same as being saved from your sin. You cannot be a Christian and then feel bad and have tears running down your face for something you know you shouldn't have done, But if you're not saved and you don't have Jesus Christ, then it's not going to commit anything. Nothing's committed. You're not doing anything. There's no life change. You need more than conviction. It takes commitment to the Lord. You have to give everything. You have to commit to this lifestyle. And I'm not saying you have to be perfect. I don't say you have to be perfect. You have to commit to it. You have to try to do that. Because conviction does play a part into it. This is my big point. This is wrapping it all up. This is how we all act at some point, just like Pharaoh. Sin when you can get away with it. Ignore God when it is convenient. And repent when you have no choice. That's how we live. Hey, I don't see nothing wrong with it. What's going to happen? How's it going to affect my life? It's fun. I enjoy it. Keep on doing that sin. God's trying to give you signs. God's trying to help you. You don't deserve it. God's trying to help you. And it made my life harder. Ignore it. And then, oh my goodness, I'm in trouble. Please forgive me. Please forgive me. Forgives you. Takes away the hardship. Right back to where you are. Here's the big thing. God sent every single one of these plagues because of one man. Think about that. Because of Pharaoh, all this happened to the rest of Egypt. Sometimes you being stubborn, you being stuck in your ways, you want to keep drinking, you want to keep doing all these bad things, you want to keep gambling, you want to keep spending money that you don't have, you want to keep doing all these things. It affects more than just you. It affects your family. It affects your friends. When you submit to God, you give Him 100%, you stop bargaining with Him, and you realize that He knows what He's doing, and you realize that He has the best intentions for you, then everyone else around you will be blessed as well. It affects other people too, people that don't deserve it. People who have tried to do right. How many times do you have people in your life trying to guide you in the right direction, telling you, you should really come to church, I really think you would appreciate it. I think you get a lot out of it. And then they suffer because of your stubborn ways. There's one more plague left. And Billy's going to cover that next week. And there's a reason that I covered 9 in one sermon. He's taking a whole sermon to do one. Pharaoh is still stuck in his ways at this point. He's still got a hard heart. Egypt is attacked at every level. Everything that they worship, everything of the world that they put up, everything that they thought gave them status, God took them away. They depended on the things of the world, and He says, you need to depend on me. Because I will not wither. I will not go away. I cannot be taken down by some false god. I take down the false gods. I am. Remember that? I am the sun. I am the wealth. I control all things. I am God. I think that's what He wanted to get across. Because you know what? Moses goes up and says, Pharaoh, let my people go. He said, who is God? God goes, I'll show you. Boom, 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 boom. I got good news though, guys. I got some great news. We got Jesus.
Amen.
I mean, this stuff is pretty terrible. I'm not trying to make it seem like it's not. It's some bad stuff. This stuff happens to people who don't have Jesus. We have Jesus, guys. He died for our sins. He died for our disobedience. He died for our insincerity. All this happened so that Jesus could be born one day in the promised land. That God's plan would come to fruition so that one day you here sitting in New Life Church of Christ will not have to suffer the plagues because you have His one and only Son, Jesus Christ, who died on the cross and accepted every single sin for you. You will be in heaven if you accept Him, and you believe in Him, and you commit to Him, and you love Him, you will be in heaven, and you will not have to suffer through all these terrible, terrible things, because God said, I love them, I will send my Son, and He will die, and you will be in heaven with Him forever, clothed in glory.